at least a freak. That's going to be, a little bit of an upgrade here. But of course, the champs are locked in. If you didn't catch it, Jace in the top lane here for Stark. So it is going to be two highly aggressive top laners here in this one. It's going to be fun to watch for. Triple march here. Gigabyte Marines with Syndra being the primary magic damage dealer. Optimus in mid lane. Faker with, again, that bold pick of Echo in the mid, but he's such a good player. It'll be a fun one to watch regardless. You expect Faker to win, but to be honest, this entire tournament, people expected the Gigabyte Marines to lose, and yet they continue to upset the expectations. This is the hardest one yet, of course, but have been known to upset.
And a really explosive game here. No single tank being drafted to your top lane is Rumble versus Jace. We have off of one-shot abilities, a lot of mobility right here. We have the Ash Arrow that can come out, so a lot of surprises could happen. So very excited for the first 10 to 15 minutes of this game.
I actually really do enjoy Rumble versus Jace matchup as well. And we'll see how well he does do on the non-August, as it's definitely drawn a lot of criticism.
I got to think, in my mind, the 2-on-2 feels a bit SKT favored because for the Gigabyte Marines, Jace and Graves are physical damage dealers, and early Armor Hooney works against both. If Stark buys a Headstranker, Peanut still does full damage to the guy, and having a mixed damage type, not only in top jungle, also in mid jungle, also makes it hard for Optimus.
Also, Graves took a bit of a hit. Turgid no longer gets MR on it, so it's still really efficient versus AD users, but when you're playing versus mages mid and top, that Graves kind of falls off in a lot of these fights here. So I'll need to track if that ends up being influential, because SKT is so good at playing on the edge right there.
They are, and we'll see what happens here in this one as we have begun. Crowd chants always fun. Love Brazilian crowds. I've gotten cast in Brazil twice now, and every time it's been incredible. Shout out to Brazilian crowds, absolutely, and we can see that it's been a very passive early game here. People sitting on their own brushes, and an early trinket war come down to defend some of this.
Faker already learned.
Yeah.
No longer peeking around the wall. He's in the mid lane brush right now.
Yep.
Being safe for that invade.
Nothing too scary right here. Lord's no surprise on all the users here, and Fervor continues to be the, generally speaking, best keystone bot lane marksman. Anything else a bit unusual unless you plunge in.
Yeah, strong defense here for the Marines to be able to defend the Raptors. Levi actually does, take down the war kill, and those do give experience. We'll track that, see if it is a big issue, because especially the top lane matchup. Now, Jace is a champion that can go for an early gank on that top lane, start on this red side, and just heading up there with the red buff. Doesn't have mana problems. And Jace versus Rumble matchup, Jace does have that extra kill pressure. The Rumble's trying to play it a little bit safe to farm for team interaction.
I wonder if Optimus gets level 2 on first wave. He revealed the ward, which means he also gets part of that experience and gold. Let's see right here. Lost creep, because that actually could be a new strategy that we see with the sweeper on level 1. All right, the range creep, Optimus. He's obviously he's level 2 on 6 creep. That's actually a really cool interaction. Bringing a sweeper for a level advantage in the matchup. That's how you beat Faker. Gotta kill that ward early, man.
The extra ward experience coming into it definitely does spice things up a bit. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, decent trade there onto the support.
Happens.
Secret Service minion blocks out the old player, and nothing's out of that one.
And as expected, they're going super heavy on this top lane, and Levi's
going up there. He's taking a whole bunch of damage, but really Levi's there. There's a flash chase, goes to David, picks the first blood into the Marine.
That extra ward experience, I've been waiting for months for this to actually come to fruition. Levi is able to get off of the Raptors red into Skull Crab, and they head up for the top lane gank onto Hooney.
Yeah, we need to track if he actually has experience Quinn, because then the ward in the end did not matter, but it definitely helps here. And what we see is Hooney, his evolution this season was that it was much more tempered, much more passive. But against Gigabyte Marines, he's going ham in this trades. He feels so confident in these 3 range creeps aiding him in the trade, but he's just completely surprised by a complete topside clear into gank from Levi.
Just as we cautioned, the Graves can go for that super early top side pressure. The Marines are rewarded, and man, they are off to such a good start here.
We can see that Peanut has never lost on Lee Sin this year. We'll see 11-0, maybe he can make it 12, or maybe the Gigabyte Marines can continue to defy expectations. And what I find extra compelled about Levi's gank, by the way, is so often when you gank early, the other side of your map gets taken away. And the entire jungle is cleared off. No camps were taken away from Levi here. This could have been fortunate based on Peanut's passing. I didn't quite watch it all, but Peanut had gone Raptors red top side, and then was like, ooh, I can't take bottom jungle anymore.
Yeah, exactly. He was clearing his, blue side quadrant. There was an instant recall after the kill from Levi, so not time, to get over there. Bottom lane matchup, wasn't quite sure where the push was on that, but that has a huge influence as well when going for those counter jungles.
We're going to go take Ellis away pretty easily enough. Early Smite Stone there for him. He can take away some vision control and try to keep Peanut under wraps.
I love what the Marines are bringing to this game. They're going to win out in the late game macro, probably not against the multiple world champion, but they can perfect and optimize some of these early game things. They know there'll be a ward that they get the sweep off, they remove the vision, few members get key extra experience, early level 2 for Optimus, guaranteed level 3 that could be so found off very often, and it helps a lot.
No MR for Levi, means he could be going down, and he does. The kill comes through. Peanut Faker survives the encounter as well, walks away pretty cleanly with an assist in his belt. And that means gold lead now for SKT.
Yeah, pretty cleanly though, with a little bit touch and go there. Did have to burn the flash, and now he doesn't have that summoner for the roam from Archie, who has Ignite.
Powers the route to get a longer duration, can't get much for it though, walks away.
Optimus has to be careful too here. Did give up though. That is the good thing about the Marines. Like, so many people, they see that filler and they be like, okay guys, complete reset, let's go back to the drawing board. No, they still go for that roam.
Also, I want to touch on a little bit of micro interaction there. Optimus did an intelligent thing. As soon as he gets hit by the first part of the Elite 6-2, he walks up. I'll talk about that later though. Here is the 2 versus 2 as Faker and Peanut focus the enemy jungler, taking him down. That's generally the strategy for the early on 2v2s in the mid lane. Junglers will have less health, lower level, and take him out early.
Exhaust did go on Peanut though. Maybe debatable though. If Faker gets exhausted, maybe goes the other direction.
Yeah, anyways though, for the least Q point for Optimus, he walks away from Archie, who's extremely low health. Didn't want to give Peanut the option even of taking that Q into the flash to try to get a cheeky kill on his support. And they are able to get out after that without any further casualties. Here we go on the top side though, as the ward from Mahoney is going to see Levi just after the recall.
Yeah, interesting that Levi didn't actually stay to finish the Krugs off there. Want to be on the other side and picked up boots and a couple of long swords for himself. And we'll get back on the map. There's gold within 200. You're seeing a gigantic lead there. SKT bot lane looking plus 16 right now. Showing no sense of letting up.
It is something you can do as long as you have other camps available to take. You take down a big Krug, get the majority of that camp out. Down to the bottom lane here. They seem to be wanting to play 4-man bots in here, put some additional pressure to go against that laning prowess of Bang and Wolf, because they're already 20 CS up in that box.
It's going to be difficult one to turn around from here for the Gigabyte Marines, but still we'll see what happens. 500 gold deficit right now. SKT definitely landing better overall as a squad. +6 for Huni despite death earlier on. So again, across the map seeing some great things. Faker has been splitting with Optimus.
There's 3 lanes pushing right now. Gigabyte Marines, Huni looking for more focus to start here. Going dangerously low.
It's a lot of damage here. He comes in for the shield and won't quite be able to land into the skill shots just yet. He's got a long way to go. Does have flash though.
This is where Levi's suffering. Everybody's calling for help.
Not going to do it.
Yeah, Peanut going to close in there and secure the push off of this turret. Levi comes in.
Oh, Peanut.
I mean, you wait there in time, so Peanut took a lot of damage coming into that one. And he actually, Levi, he's going to take the Huni, who put aggro with the flame spitter. Huni donates the kill over.
Yeah, I mean, he was trying to help Peanut. Peanut's soloed out here. He tanked the turret. He flashes out, redirecting the aggro right there.
The domino errors here from SKT as Peanut starts it off and Huni following up to try and save his jungler there. Again, top side of the map, some more gold going over for the Marines here.
Ooh, Peanut's so close, doesn't want to flash for that Q.
I think he was in range, but yeah, chose not to. Has to wait for minions here. Takes a free charge shot for no reason.
Yeah, and then he goes
then he's
in.
An attack. He has no aggro. When he takes aggro for nothing.
Yeah.
Huni as well had flash, by the way, so didn't judge that the extra turret shot was going to be enough damage and flashed super early on. Regardless, though, that is going to be some more pressure possible. Goes right back in for this red invade, steals away the red buff as Levi does get over.
But that's the problem with this Echo matchup. The early levels are pretty tough. But Faker, bang on even on CS, and now he can start pushing in and constantly helping Peanut invade, and every single lane is asking for help from Levi. That's why he's basing to try and go for pressure. It also makes it much harder to get successful gank up. They need mistakes from SKT right now.
And that invade was in large part due to that teleport that Echo is taking in that matchup, and Faker uses it to get right back to lane for that extra lane pressure to help out with these invades. It's all about, these soul lanes continuously pushing up to offer Peanut more options to invade. You can see every single time Huni goes back, another ward there on the top side.
Can you ever jump that wall? I feel like you, I mean, Faker tried, he must know, but like, that seems like a way too short of a dash to get over. But either way, Faker tried and didn't get over. Nothing of doing there against Optimus.
A mere mortal, not free.
Yeah, sorry.
Echo.
I like how
Faker, you're allowed to jump farther walls.
Exactly. I like how in your voice you're unsure because
Like I've a decent amount of echo.
humans can't jump that wall, but Faker might be able to go over there.
Either way, I'm sure Scar is like, I don't know what he's thinking. Of course you can't do that. Well, someone's watching me. Lets me know what it's going to be. Right now, the gold is still bang on equal. 10 minutes into this one, Levi not going to get hit on so much right now. Does have his team's kills, and Graves, this is one of the bigger carries in League of Legends. The digital role has to respect that, and Bang not going to be able to land the ulti. The fight still down on the bot side. Stark once again is dueling with Huni. Plenty of damage here. Did not go to Hexer, actually forcing the flash. Stark in the 1v1. He has got some help with the earlier kills, but is bullying Huni.
And this is needed for the game to stay even, because the bot side slowly, the 4-man unit of SKT is really taking control of that river. Could have potentially started a dragon. Every time they push in, they just move in together and do something. Deep Vision or Dragon, unless Levi can find an opening.
He dodges the stun. Crucial. Faker to not get stunned right there. Jumps in. Look at the damage up what he's got. Be careful. Holds back in. Not into attack range though. The flush to follow. Faker's got no more escapes left. But look at the move speed. He's got flash. The chase. Optimus gets it. Peter get him back for it. You got to imagine the 1-for-1.
Worth it. Killed Faker. Able to flash into the turret there, and that is what Optimus wanted. Meanwhile, though, actually, Peanut is the one left around to be able to push in the mid wave.
A lot of dodges from Faker though here. Gets the collateral damage to miss. Right now, Peanut resets the way for the King and then backs off.
Also, he was able to get not only the flash there at the end out of Optimus, but he used the exhaust as well. And the Echo does have a large amount of kill pressure on the Syndra just normally when they get back to lane. So that's going to be something he has to worry about for the future. Here's the dodge he's talking about. The extra speed on Echo passive is actually insane. Optimus, it is risk going in for that, but he lands it. And is able to at least get the kill. If you go down, miss that, and then get executed by Peanut.
Yeah, but he just missed QE. His jungle just missed R, and he still is willing to go in for a Q predict right there. I love the confidence that Marines are bringing. Same, Faker goes back with the time warp. Levi immediately goes for a flash to melee range to get that guy's auto off. Like, there's no hesitation. They don't care that they make mistakes. They just keep going for these plays because they know that's the way they have to fight their way out of this matchup.
Yep. Now you do have to worry about for the future, though, the ramifications of that lane play.
And is there, though, Faker no ult. Going to be a bit of a tight fight onto Optimus. Gets the move speed, though, and he's running for it. Getting away. Nice job with passive. And zones rest the team out. Just some damage dealt, and honestly an equal trade against Optimus.
Screw your ramifications, says Levi. I'll just be again like, my Syndra has no ulti or summoners. Well, enemy Echo has no ulti either. Immediate pressure right here. And meanwhile, top lane as well.
Uh-oh, stun's gonna come. Optimus is not long for the world. Sunwinder's there. The trade kill. Nothing gonna happen. Nice job with the ulti. Right back into it. A quick stun gets him away. Bang. Not gonna find much more to do, but Peanut looking for the kickback's gonna find it. Levi is gone. 2 for 0 SKT. Now they've got control.
What are you saying? That's gonna change into a dragon as well. Both the jungler and mid now go down. You know, huge opening here for SKT. Wolf can move up. Get some vision. There are just so many things. You see that no hesitation as well from SKT after a victory like that. As soon as they get a little bit of an edge, they're going to move right in, take tremendous advantages off of it.
Yeah, I was just talking about the ramifications of that mid lane play.
Jeez.
Well said, well said. Couldn't have said better myself.
Forcing the flash. Q's not quite going to land. The trade back and Bang looking for the kill. Slay doesn't quite have the damage. He's going to go down. Another one picked up, and Archie's next up on the chopping block. Going for the Q. He's going to get flash tanked by Peanut. Tries to do this one. Knocked back in from Stark. And it's one hit away from death. Look at that in the bot lane. Peanut turns it around anyway. 7-5 SKT.
What a giant jumble of action here, boys. And again, Pete is the one left around to push the wave. He's going to get even more to the turret for himself. This is all 5 kills going to Lee Sin, not to mention multiple minion waves. This one is a cannon wave. This is a fed Peanut, boys.
Yeah, this is very reminiscent of Game 3 where they play versus KT, where eventually we can protect the Peanut comp. More action on the top lane here. Faker's in, Huni's in, Levi's alone.
Here comes the dive of that one, gonna get away from the equalizer for now. Looking for damage on a Faker, misses EQ. Oh, he gets him back for it. Looks like the ulti was not even pressed. I think it was up, so Levi does get a trade kill.
Yeah, that's
a nice dive. Yes.
Yeah, the shadow came in, so it was available there.
All right, what's Archie? So like his AD carry goes down, but then he saves the play. It's almost a massive outplay from Stark in the end because Archie is juking literally everything, forcing Peanut to flash. If Stark gets another off at the end here, this could actually be a return move from the Gigabyte Marines.
It was super close for him being able to 2v1 this. Comes in, battle run, able to get the single kill, but Peanut has so much gold at the moment right now, and he is off to the races.
Very close from there. So Stark, you can see 300 gold up on Hui right now on the top side. Peanut's going to keep the farm going. He'll wait for the blue. Not going to go for it just yet. Faker's not in lane. A bit more time to be bought. Hawkshot did reveal that Peanut's on that side of the map. They know he's top side. They know blue is up and available. And then he goes for it eventually. Optimus going to solo this one as Levi's top side. And we had around 800 gold difference. SKT do have a solid lead for themselves.
But we're seeing some mistakes being made by his SKT lineup because the Marines are just putting so much pressure in kind of these wonky plays where you wouldn't expect teams to be this adamant in the top lane as well. So Faker fails that dive. That generally never happens.
Looks like first going to be right here, and Bang and Wolf just getting attacked several times by the rest of the jungle of the opposing team. They have taken this one out right now. And here comes the arrows, going to land the stun on a Bang. Here comes the power, the shield, the run, and they're going to take this one down. The flash slay goes to the side of it. They're going to take down Ben, but the first kill has come through anyway. It's a 1-for-1 despite the fact that it was an ulti landing. Now Optimus went for a bit more on a Peanut. Exhausted Zombie is kicked into range of Faker. His days are never gets killed first off, so you can't complain about that one too. Only 2 for 2 overall though. Now pretty equal.
And in the top lane, Stark had to flash to cancel Hooney's teleport. He was going to completely swing around that play in the bottom lane.
And that was actually a pretty big pickup as far as, getting the kill streak ender there for Optimus, even though he does go down in the 1v1 and had to use his exhaust.
Stark looks for the damage, gets into the solo kill under the turret, survives it, doesn't even need an extra trigger. That's full damage. The man mode, Jace makes it happen. 2 turrets, the SKT picked up the mid lane. Stark maybe trade, but he's got to worry about being rotated on.
Exactly, he's extremely low health. I mean, usually we'll caution against, yes, Jace can just destroy turrets, but actually Faker now was slaying his sights, and remember, he flashed 4 in the last engage.
Had an ED to the end of this one, it's be slayed right now. Faker picks him up easily peasy, 1 for nothing, not even. Kobe's dying next to Ease.
That was terrible.
That was amazing. Optimus now left alone in the mid lane.
All right, take another look at this engage. Yeah, it is. Place immediately they hesitate to flash right next to Bang. He wanted to cut off the retreat, I guess, or something. As
it's like, I got you. I'm still hitting you.
Anyways, it was all hyped up for that one. Here goes that interrupt that you're talking about. And he had to flash off of the red carpet.
Gets out right there here. But I love that they're just constantly fighting here. Even Optimus falls. He gets the shutdown, as you mentioned, Kobe. So hashtag Warf and all shot right there. And somehow the Marines, they're still sticking in there.
On the Bang, does have healed, doesn't have flash. That's going to last for too long. And this one kill picked up 1 for 0. Here comes Peanut on the backside though. Kicks him in the wall. Archie going to take a lot of damage. That's the shield to keep him alive. And Archie's going to survive. Just kidding. It's a Hoonie roasted Peanut combo to take down 1. And now it's Stark running a life. Several kills now picked up. SKT looking to keep the chase going. Collateral damage, hoping that Levi is not. That as he runs away from this one, still advantage SKT 2 for 1. Good flash to get away. Hoonie not quite in range, I think. And a bird comes across the map. Now Levi knocked in the air, still running away for his life, and he's going to survive it.
And these are not just random fights that the Marines are taking, though. Even though SKT has the answer ready, they get Bang's flash off at once. Hang on. Optimus with the confidence.
Should be enough. The stringer's there, though. And there's too much yielding now. Optimus with the knight. Doesn't have damage, doesn't have ignite. Peanut survives just barely.
Just a window into the mindset here. Willing to flash away 1v3.
No, you can't. That's the mindset. That's his back, Kobe. Like, you can't flash into a 1v3 at mid laner.
That's the mindset. He's like, trade kills are good.
But this is the second time in 2 minutes they attack Bang on the side lane when his flash is down. That thematically makes sense somewhat, at least in terms of aggression play. The problem is, SKT always has the reaction ready. And now, I think I was going to say Gigabyte Bears. Gigabyte Marines, they're getting stuck in this like vortex of chaos and just aggression, and they're losing track of where people are on the map. Like this reaction play from Optimus is just too much.
And during that, kind of chaos that you're talking about, I was watching the mini-map, the entire replay, and it was Faker down there in the 1v2. They fired the Asher at him. Optimus was down there when the play started. Tried to follow up on the kill. Faker, not only did he draw out cooldowns and draw away 2 layers time, but he shoved up, and look, at the end of this replay, he gets the turret. I know we're not paying attention to the actual combat on the screen, but Faker takes a toll.
Slay was moving all the way to mid lane and back, and then he was hesitating. It's exactly like that. The Marines are get stuck in the chaos. Like they're not working as a team. AD carry has no clue what's going on the top set map.
I'm going to say Optimus, I think, missed auto attacks there in that fight. Considering how low he got at the end there, Optimus spent a lot of time saying, my spells will do it, and misjudged his damage output. So could have been a 1-for-1, but didn't quite perfectly. Now mid lane's under fire. SKT, 5,500 gold. We just see fight. SKT now with a sizable lead.
Well, look at the next play that they're prepping. They've got Levi behind enemy territory. They're targeting Huni. Optimus is going to try and shove him under the turret so that Levi can get in there for damage.
Putting a damage onto Huni. Here comes the rest of it. There's the collateral, and there's one picked up. And on the other side of the map, another kill. Just everyone fighting all the time. 26 kills in 20 minutes. Look for more on the top side.
They teleported Stark in, and he's joining.
Not going to get the stun on Levi just yet, but he's running out of health pretty rapidly. Still a lot of punishment. Faker's going to ult back in, gets the kill on a rampage. And that one stun on a wolf, but supports are not the ideal kills. The chase is through for Peanut. Looks for more. Stark can't find it at all. It's a double. Faker staying alive with his own. Now on to Baron.
The main consistency with these plans from the Marines is that there's no exit plan. They're all about focusing on the kill. Here we go, though. The only person left up the Marines would be the Ashe, and no arrow available.
Also, the consistency in their plans, their AD carry is not invited to the party. It's like it's a 2-man collab, but you got to look at the big picture. Who is going to join next? So right now the top fight is going on. Archie fails the blast on deny here. Peanut just simply one-shots him with Faker coming in.
Yeah.
But look at Slay, he's zoned off. He's so far out of this play, he's not collapsing anywhere near. He's hovering in a brush right now because he's scared of Varus currently. And then topside, Faker wins this. He panic ulti, or the ulti is low, and he finds Optimus on his clone as well.
And Banks able to get consistent damage out with that one. Peanut has been an absolute menace. 8-1 and 6, and even a Magi's in for Faker. He's feeling good about himself, and honestly, SKT are running away with this game. Lead almost 9,000 now. Marines are leading this game right here, and SKT looking to make it a 2-0 end of the day.
Baron buff is going to give them a lot of that extra pressure as well. As you can see, bottom side is pushed up, and plenty of vision in this blue quadrant for SKT to set up.
Yeah, they haven't even had to show the strong point of their comp is when they have both teleports on the side lanes. They can actually start maneuvering these minion waves around. That's also what the Marines have been trying to attack. And every time any semblance of side lane dominance is being set up by SKT, they try to attack it immediately. Whether it's Bang with his flashdown or maybe Huni on the side lane. The problem is, not everybody is ready for the foul play. They know that they need to attack the side lanes versus a 1v1 comp. The problem is, what's next? Slay is very often not privy to that party.
See if they look at this one. Just a 9K difference, and SKT has been stacking Drake. They've got a third mountain on the way later on. At some point, they'll put a Baron looking for it now. Root onto Archie, not be taken down with this one though.
Yeah, they are just buying time there. They fall into their 1-3-1. They got pressure on both sides. Slowly take down the turret. Now they can move in.
And can remove cooldowns before they get to the base here. Faker will always be safe in the 1v1. He might even take Stark down here.
It's more than looking for the kill into Stark. He's got to be careful. Pops the Zonia. Ulti won't do as much, but the ulti back from Peanut won't do much either. As Ultin stays alive through the shield there, forces the flash out, and the turret's going to be going down for that one. Not quite going to find the assassin on the backside. Bang surviving the shielding.
Yeah, but all major cooldowns have been used by the Marines, and Huni did get access to that bot lane turret. It was a slight step over eagerness though by SKT. Faker was lost which direction he was traveling at one point. Still, it shows you that you can constantly move the pressure from lane to lane with 1-3 and Baron buff here.
And the last defenses are all that the Marines have here. Inhibitor turrets.
Yeah.
The keys here into the base.
It's worth pointing out, all they've been able to do really is just get the kills. 0 turrets, 0 Drakes picked up for the Marines. They've been able to skirmish okay, I suppose. It had some nice looks, but the macro play, you can see the amount of between a team like Marines and a team like SKT, where those fights turn into turret, and the wave pressure's there, so those turrets can be taken.
Oh, teleport here from Faker, actually collapsing on Stark.
For the surround on this one, he's going to be running out of life pretty rapidly. He gets a knockback on it. Huni's going to land, and here comes Faker to make it all happen, and Bang gets the kill credit.
And that difference between SKT and the Marines. For SKT, they may get kills on the way to the objectives. For the Marines, the kills are the objective.
And the Marine wave not far behind. They have in tow, ready to push in, take full advantage of this 30 seconds of the 4v5 power play.
Grab this one, Peanut looks to threaten, goes for the play. Nice damage on Archie, won't go kick just yet, but already the depth in the mid laner is there, and Slay forced to retreat as well. Faker wants it, gets the double kill, looks for that one. Peanut, the knockback, the chase through, gets a third of this, into the back line to go, a miss on the collateral damage. Faker running low, pops Seal to stay alive a bit longer, and now forced to retreat away. Pulls Zagger with the Q, couple more shots, will do. Levi can't quite get the kill picked up, the inhibitor goes down. It's already been the 4 for nothing though, there's nothing else to do. SKT able to walk away with base and shambles.
Just like that.
The inhibitor down as well means that there will be very little time for the Marine to breathe here until SKT return. Yeah, here goes another look at dive ball.
We saw an exciting game so far with a lot of kills back and forth, but in the end, it's nearly 10k gold ahead at this point, I think. 24-minute inhib down, everything set up for success. So while the journey may change, the destination is still the same for SKT here at MSI.
2-0, the pre-tournament favorites SK Telecom T1 have had some interesting ones. G2 Esports had run them around for the first 50 minutes or so, and Gigabyte Marines had some small edges here, but SKT, you look at the final scoreboard and you're like, oh, 7-0? Yeah, it looks like what SKT would expect here, but the 11 kills, this will be a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, the Marines had some edges at some points, but Faker's got pages now. He found 10 more of them inside the Marines base. Yeah. Full stack. 20 here for the Medjais, and he's looking to use it.
Yeah, look to complete that. Goes up to 25 these days, right? Have been changed.
Yeah.
We don't see them many times in Europe. You know, when he's playing these slow games.
Still remember the what was it GAM against like Copenhagen Wolves? Like what was the game where like everyone bought Snowball at the end? It was like in 2014, I remember. It was like a sort of the occult rip released that item, and
Ultimate Bravery?
Steal. Ultimate Bravery, yeah. SKT can do this with their gold, they probably still win this one. 14,000 up, and all they have to do is close the game out in sub 30 minutes. Shouldn't be a problem for them here as they move to kill towards the triple mount. Drake, they'll kill him fast. They're going to get the stun, but Faker on the back line will right back out. Maybe it was a bit much for him. Even Optimus found out here. Force of Wall still burns down. Who gets the kill? 1-0 so far. Turret still in there. Cypher taking too much damage yet. It will shortly. The shield in for Faker looks to go to the back line. This round though, no ult. He's got to be more careful. Is rooted. Sonya's on. Not going to be enough damage to kill off, and the kill comes through. One is traded back by Stark, but it's 3 for 1 so far. With a 4v2 and into the Nexus where they go. SKT going to close it out. Going to start out the mid-season invitational 2-0. They've only got a few more opponents left to kill before they ensure themselves that first place spot so far. Gigabyte Marines get that upset win over TS earlier. They will end the day 1-1. But SKT take care of business, perfectly synced. Flair is there, 2-0 SKT.
And the last fight was, while they were super far ahead, a good example of why SKT is so dominant, because they move so fluidly in and out of fights. It seems like one guy is always controlling these 5 units, and the end result is there's always so much space being created for the AD carry to have his mark on that game. That seems to be the one consistent part here. Bang and Wolf work together as Faker dives in, Mooney dives in and out, but he's constantly having that really high uptime that Kobe wants to come out.
One of the things I hear most often when I talk to the pros after they play SKT, one of their biggest complaints is it feels like you don't have time to think when you're playing against SKT.